We have Tapu Koko in Pokemon Go, so is it going to be a good meta attacker? We're going to find out today in this video in the best of the best. Not only that, number two, what we're going to check out is, if it ever does get a very fast move, how is that going to change this Pokemon in Pokemon Go? I'm very excited to check out both of those, and then we'll check it out in GBL. So let's check out Tapu Koko, because this Pokemon is going to be an electric and a fairy type Pokemon, which is a quite unique combination. It's going to max out at 3,582 with an attack value of 250, which is a pretty decent attack value, with a defense of 181 and a stamina of 172. And just to think about it and put it into perspective, the Mewtwo has an attack value of 300. So although it is, yes, 50 points off for a fairy type, which are notoriously not the strongest Pokemon's category in the game, it does do pretty well for itself. And as far as its strengths and weaknesses, it's going to be weak to two things, which is going to be ground as well as poison, which is pretty good for a weakness category, and no double weaknesses at that, which is quite nice. As far as its resistances go, it's going to be double resistant to dragon, which is always a plus when you are a fairy type, obviously. Also going to be resist bug, dark, electric, flying, as well as fighting. And then as far as its movesets go, it does get Volt Switch as well as quick attack. So this is going to be the one thing that holds this Pokemon back, in my opinion, from being better than it is right now, because electric category, we have strong electric Pokemon. We have Shadow legendaries like Shadow Raikou, Shadow Zapdos. We also have Shadow Electivire, which are going to be extremely strong. And then we also have Zekrom, which is going to be a non-shadow but extremely strong legendary Pokemon, and Xurkitree from the Ultra Beast, so it has a lot of competition in that category. So electric category may be a little bit far out of reach, but we're still going to check it out. But what I'm really focused on is if, which I think that this Pokemon fairly could get a very fast move at some point, what would happen to that Pokemon, which we will check out. And then as far as its charge move goes, it will get Brave Bird, Thunder, Thunderbolt, as well as Dazzling Gleam. And Dazzling Gleam, one of the top fairy moves in the game, so that is definitely going to be a plus for it there. Alright, so now we're going to move into the ER value, which is basically DPS times CDO, gauging how strong this Pokemon is as a tank and how strong it is as an attacker, and then going on from that position. So let's check this Pokemon out to see what its strongest moveset combination is right now. The top moveset is going to be Volt Switch and Dazzling Gleam at 34.6, Quick Attack Dazzling Gleam at 34.48. Then we have double electric moves of Volt Switch and Thunderbolt, which is the strongest electric move it does have, at 34.14, and Mewtwo also does get Thunderbolt, and it goes into Mega, so that's problematic here. If you want the Brave Bird combination at 32.04, and then all Thunder with electric moves at 29.16. So if we are looking at this Pokemon straight off the bat, guys, honestly speaking, nothing really sticks out to me as far as how strong this Pokemon is, but that doesn't mean it can't be good in respective categories. So now let's check it out in the electric category first, and then we'll move our way into fairy, and we'll check it out after that with charm as well. In the electric category, number one Pokemon, Shadow Raikou, 44.46, very close to this Pokemon. It's going to be Xurkitree with Thundershock and Discharge at 43.63, and then Zekrom at 43.6 with the brand new Fusion Bolt move. Man, I really need to TM away my Pokemon, even though if you guys do want to check out best of the best, check it out up here in the corner with that Zekrom, because honestly, Wild Charge is not too much further out. And these Pokemon are even stronger than the only Mega that's going to be relevant in this category, with Mega Manectric at 43.28, which is really impressive, honestly. Shadow Electivire, like I talked about, this is going to be a budget Shadow, the only budget Pokemon in the top here that we have in the top 6 Pokemon. Electivire, Thundershock, Wild Charge at 42.96, so if you do have a good Shadow Electivire, that might be something to consider. Shadow Zapdos, not budget, very expensive, and paid for XL Candy, but 42.88, and then we have another 2 budget Pokemon in the Shadow category with Magnezone at 41.83, and Luxray at 40.26, Thundurus 40, and then we have Mega Ampharos is not even far up there, the 10th ranked at 39.72, and then on to the next page, we'll see the Raikou, Electivire, Zapdos, Shadow Manectric, Tapu Koko coming in with Volt Switch and Thunderbolts in 17th spot overall at 34.14. Not the best, not the worst. Electivire is a budget counter, higher than it, and definitely worth it. Okay, so for an electric category, as we did anticipate, unfortunately this Pokemon is not breaking into the top 10, not definitely into the top 3, and man, this Pokemon have to get some insane moveset combination to be able to get it there. Maybe a Wild Charge would be able to help it out quite a bit, but honestly right now it is not up there, and with Electivire beating it out as just Electivire by itself, and the Shadow form even being stronger, this Pokemon is a no-go for me in the electric category. But as far as fairy category, let's see where it does sit before we do implement the charm. Alrighty, so we cannot use dual stab type fairy Pokemon, but Zacian Crown Sword at the top, not out yet, 50.97. That Pokemon is extremely strong. It is a game-breaking fairy Pokemon if it does maintain this moveset combination. Mega Gardevoir, 47.7. Mega Diancie, 43.82. Shadow Gardevoir, 39.65. Then we have the Zacian with the Heroes at 38.73. Shadow Granbull, 35.52. And then Tapu Koko with Volt Switch and Dazzling Gleam at 34.6, which is above Bulu. It's also above Togekiss, but honestly not by that much, and it is also above Gardevoir, once again, not by that much. So as of right now, guys, it's only 0.3 above Gardevoir and 0.3 about the same above the Togekiss. So those being budget, you don't have to pay for the XL candy. I would much rather favor those two Pokemon as opposed to recommending you guys raid for this Pokemon. So as of right now, my recommendation for raiding, getting XL candy, and paying that premium for that XL candy is a negative here. However, the shiny is out, which makes it pretty cool, so we will do some raids. So when you do it, please use one of the couple Pokemon that you can use, Mega Manectric, Mega Ampharos, or the Mega Altaria. Hopefully you have Mega level 3s to get that XL candy, but what happens if we do add in Charm for this Pokemon? So as of right now, it is going to be 34.6. However, if we do add in the Charm here, it goes to 35.32, which is not a crazy bump up, but it's about 1 full point above it, which puts it above Gardevoir with the all Charm. And this is going to be all stab type fairies, which is where you notice some of those other Pokemon are not sitting in here. Mega Gardevoir at the top at 47.06, Shadow Gardevoir at 39.19, Shadow Granbull 35.52, and then Tapu Koko, which is the first non-Shadow, non-Mega in the game, all stab type fairy right there at 35.32. So would that warrant me to suggest that you guys raid for it right now? Honestly, no, it doesn't. I mean, Gardevoir is not that far off that Pokemon, so as of a meta raid attacker, I'm gonna say no go here. But let's check it out as a PvP Pokemon. So in the Ultra League, it's gonna be ranked 347, which is totally irrelevant. But for the Master League, it's ranked 123. So unfortunately, this Pokemon summed up is going to be a dud. So just go after the shiny for this Pokemon. Have fun with it. Don't go too crazy. Even if you have the hundo, I don't suggest you max it above level 40 because that's going to be paid XL candy. And that's my recommendation in Pokemon Go. You have much better options for your Stardust and your budget candy in the game. So thank you guys. Good luck out there, trainers. Appreciate you guys. It's been a while since I've given an absolute no-go on any Pokemon that we have done a best of the best on, but unfortunately today, this is going to be what it sums up. But if you still choose to max it, let me know why in the comments below. Maybe it holds sentimental value to you. But if you do that, make sure you do have enough Stardust to go around to other counters and you're not just blowing it all on one specific 100% IV legendary. Thank you guys for being here as always. Likers, comments, subscribers, Patreon members. Everybody takes your support, subscription, invitation to next level. See you guys out in the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.